Catnip Evergreen, a shadow in the verdant depths of the Elderwood, was born into a life where nature and wisdom intertwined like the branches above. Her people, the Silverians, were one of 12 tribes under the oppressive yoke of a tyrant known only as the Crimson Lord, who ruled from the distant, mechanical sprawl of the capital. Each year, a cruel tradition played out under his command, a vicious tournament that shackled the spirits of the tribes, ostensibly promising freedom but reaping only despair and loss. The tournament was the Crimson Lord's spectacle, designed to remind the tribes of his absolute power, rooted in a history of betrayal and control. His enforcers, the Iron Guard, scoured the land, spreading fear and ensuring compliance with this barbaric ritual. Many believed the tournament fueled dark ceremonies that sustained his ancient grip over the land. Unlike most, Catnip was born with a fierce connection to the Elderwood. The forest was her mentor, guiding her hands and heart as she mastered the art of the hunt and learned the silent language of the wild. Her favorite companion was her trusty fox, Ember, who taught her the subtleties of stealth and survival. The very spirit of the forest coursed through her veins, harmonizing her every movement with the rhythm of the living earth. Her younger sister, Seraphina, often called Sarah, was the heart of their tribe, known for her gentleness and healing touch. When Sarah was chosen by the Iron Guard to represent their people in the blood-soaked arena, Catnip's resolve crystallized in that singular heartbeat. No amount of quiet pleading or the threat of chains could suppress the fierce love that drove her to defy fate. "I will take her place," Catnip declared, standing tall with the strength of the ancestors whispering through the trees. It was a decision born of love and rebellion, but also heavy with fear, a fear she swallowed in defiance of the Crimson Lord's malice. Catnip's journey was not without its perils. She grappled with her impulsive nature and the shadows of doubt that pursued her in the night. But the forest, her eternal ally, whispered wisdom to her through the sighing canopy. Trust must be earned, and courage sharpened through adversity. Her flaws, however, became her teachers, and her unique bond with nature provided her an edge. The Elderwood bestowed ancient secrets, herbs that disguised her scent, roots that lent strength, and berries that banished fatigue. Her music, carried by the haunting notes of her bone flute, an heirloom from her ancestors, was both solace and strategy, weaving spells to confuse and beguile. As she stepped into the arena, her two long-term goals crystallized with deadly clarity: to not only return to the embrace of the Elderwood, but to unravel the Crimson Lord's binding spell that tethered her people to oppression, thus paving a path to true freedom. For Catnip Evergreen, there was no turning back. She was a warrior, forged by the whispers of the forest, stepping into the storm of the tournament with the spirits of her ancestors at her side. As the fate of her tribe hung in balance, she prepared to etch her own legend against the anvil of the tyrant's tyranny, driven by a single mantra: the strength of the forest, the heart of the tribe, the breath of freedom.